Hello, it's me, and I'm back cooking at the Chateau. And today we are going all the way back to my childhood with this one. This was a staple in my household. And if you're Barbadian and you live with your grandmother and were raised by your grandmother, then you know this Bajan inspired chow mein with mincemeat dish. This was a favorite of mine growing up, and especially on a Wednesday after swimming practice, I could look forward to this meal. So I've been having a nostalgic feel these days, and I decided to bring this one right on back. Firstly, we're going to cook our egg noodles in our boiling salted and oiled water until al dente. I'm not certain why egg noodles were the noodles of choice. However, I can presume that one, they're inexpensive, and two, the distinct yellow color made its appeal to Bajans because we love a bit of color. And once that pasta has been cooked al dente, then we're going to strain off that fluid and then carry over to our mixing bowl. But say hello to my friend Amethyst there in the background. Through her photosynthesis, she's bringing oxygen into my atmosphere, and I love her. I'm really into plants right now, but that's a conversation for another time. Once our pasta has strained, then we're going to carry it over to our mixing bowl, and then we're going to add some oil to that so that it doesn't tangle and clump. And while that is there resting, I'm going to prepare the other elements of the dish. Disclaimer, if you are watching your figure, this dish is not for you simply because it's a greasy dish. Now that our pasta is essentially ready, we're going to prep our vegetables. And here you can see me shredding some cabbage. And then I'm going to julienne some onions and shred some carrot. I must commend our grandparents' patience. It is immaculate. And then we're going to julienne some onions, and then I'm going to show you how I shred my carrots. My grandmother, bless her heart, used to shred that carrot with a paring knife. She would sit there for about an hour getting those nice thin slices. However, I have a peeler and I'll be doing mine with a peeler. So once our onions are julienned, then we're going to shred our carrots. And as I told you previously, I'm doing my peeler because I'm not my grandmother and time is very valuable. So I'm shredding these with my peeler, and then we're going to head on over to the stove to prepare our minced meat. So here we have our vegetable preparation for a dish looking as pretty and ready as ever to go on the stove to be cooked. To our preheated pot, we're going to add some oil and let that catch some smoke, and then we're going to add our ground beef and let that cook down with our vegetables until all the juices and flavors are extracted. And while that is doing, we're going to gather our seasonings and prepare to add some flavor and aroma to our dish. In about 15 to 20 minutes, all of your juices should be extracted and all of your ground beef and your vegetables should be cooked to perfection. And then you can go ahead and start adding your seasonings, your flavorings, your spices, and your herbs. I can't remember none of that in chronological order, so I'll just give you a complete rundown of everything that I put in. I added curry, I added paprika, I added garlic powder, I added some 5 spice, I added a seasoning salt blend, I added some dried local herbs, I added some sugar for balance, and some salt for additional taste. And once we add all of our spices and herbs and seasonings and flavorings, we mix that together because this is a highly seasoned and highly flavored dish. And then we complete it with some ketchup and further combine. And then once that is well combined, it is all ready to be mixed into our noodle. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, the aromas coming from this pot are delectable. I am so ready to eat. So once that is all combined, we're going to add that to our noodles and give it a toss so that the minced meat and the noodles will be well balanced throughout every bite. And then to dine. So now our noodles and our mincemeat mixture are all tossed together perfectly. So I'm just giving you an overview of how everything looks. And now the plated version, I couldn't just plate the noodles, so I had to add some slices of tomato and slices of cucumber, just to balance out all of that unhealthiness.